So they wanted to know what was the biggest regret people had after buying their house. And because we talk to a lot of people,
Yeah.
we have the answer to this. And most of the times we'd like to say that we help people avoid this. But of course, we talk to people who bought without us or, many years ago, or even sometimes after they bought with us, and they want to move again for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So we have some data points on this. The number one thing, I'm not even going to try to be like cute and go backwards. The number one thing is hello.
Welcome back, Jenny.
Welcome back, Scotty.
What up?
Was that weird? I never called
Not
you
really.
Scotty.
I've been called so many different things in my life.
Interesting.
Kind of goes over my head at this point.
All right. Well, today we have to give the people what they want.
Well, they want a lot of things.
They do, but the people requested this in a poll that I put out.
That's right. They did. Yeah, you did a
Yep.
poll.
So
They
put
responded.
a poll out on the socials, like which of these 3 topics do you want to hear about? And this one won overwhelmingly. So we're going to give the people what they want. And that topic is, drum roll please, they wanted to know what is people's biggest regret after buying a house?
Biggest regret after they've moved into their house.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've got those. Because we talk to a lot of people about why are you selling? It's like literally the first question we ask someone when we go to sell their house. Why are you selling?
Well, we keep a lot of data. We do. We're like basically data miners.
That's right. We keep it right up here in our heads. So they wanted to know what was the biggest regret people had after buying their house. And because we talk to a lot of people,
Yeah.
we have the answer to this. And most of the times we'd like to say that we help people avoid this. But of course, we talk to people who bought without us or, many years ago, or even sometimes after they've bought with us, and they want to move again for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So we have some data points on this. The number one thing, I'm not even going to try to be like cute and go backwards. The number one thing is they bought the house, they fell in love with the house, and they didn't know the area that well.
Yeah. Yeah. We see that a lot. Yeah. People get used to, they move into the house, and then all of a sudden the surroundings, the neighborhood, the area isn't what they thought. It's not what they hoped.
Right.
And
it doesn't even mean it's bad.
Yeah.
It just means it might not be for them.
Right.
Right? And there is really nothing you can do about it at that point. You cannot change the location. You can change the house, but you can't change the location. And so they get really attached to, oh, this is the perfect house. Where the house is at is so important.
It is, yeah.
So what are some things that people can do to avoid finding themselves in this situation?
Yeah, that comes up a lot. I think when you're buying a house, you do need to take time during your due diligence period. I mean, I've done this on homes that I've bought. You go back to the neighborhood. I knock on doors. I try to meet neighbors. I, walk the area. I go to the local grocery store, some of the restaurants around, and just try to get a vibe for what is that? Is this for me?
Right. Yeah, I think we always tell our clients, like, hey, after your inspection or after, we go see the house, go eat at a local restaurant.
Yeah.
Right.
Drive around the neighborhood in the evenings,
I'd love to say one of my biggest things is people ask, we're bound by a lot of fair housing laws on what we can say about who lives in a neighborhood. Sometimes we don't even know.
Right. And there's things we can't say. That's
right.
true. Yeah.
Go at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock when everybody's getting off work and see if people are out walking their dogs. Do you want to be in an active community? Do you want to be in a community with people around your age or not? It doesn't really matter to us, and we can't know what's a perfect area for someone, and we can't steer them or guide them to that even if we did.
Yeah.
But we can give them the tools and resources to say, go check this out, including tour the schools if that's important to you, right? So there are a lot of things to do, but I would say that that's the number one thing is they love the house, but they don't know the area. Oops, almost forgot something. Drive the commute.
Oh, right. Yes.
Atlanta,
I was
people
gonna say,
underestimate a commute in Atlanta.
That's a question we always ask buyers is how far, usually one of the top 3 things that they have on their list is that they want to be 15 to 20 minutes from work. That's almost impossible in Atlanta. You could be 3 miles away and it take you 30 minutes to get there.
Well, I was
So it
about to
just depends
say,
on the time of day.
yeah, you can't determine it based on miles. And if you've come from another town and moved into Atlanta, you really underestimate traffic. And so
Right.
you have to drive the commute at the time of day you plan to drive your commute, because that's going to impact a lot of your life and a lot of your happiness. If you're spending an extra hour in your car every day, that's less time with your family. That's less time, to do what you want to be doing.
Yeah,
So
I think we're working with people right now that are just trying to move to get a better commute.
they are.
And I mean, we have that every year.
That's a great point. We sold them a house just a couple of years ago, and one of the main reasons they're moving now is one did have a job change, but that commute is impacting their lives so much.
Yeah, it's
that
an
they wanna
hour,
move.
an hour of windshield time a day, one
One
way
way.
for him.
Yes. So, okay, the next thing that people regret is they choose pretty over practical.
That sounds like something that you would do.
It is. That's why
Yeah.
I'm helping warn the people, right? So, what we mean by this is the kitchen's gorgeous.
Yeah, it has the cool appliances that
It
you like.
does, but
The great countertops
the
that you
roof's
wanted.
25 years old and the septic tank is crumbling
Yeah.
in the backyard. But you're so overcome with the prettiness of the house that you don't consider the very expensive, very unsexy things about homeownership.
It's almost like the Chip and Joanna Gaines effect that happened after the do-it-yourself shows, and everybody started slapping cool-looking things on homes, but really not doing some of the major things that cost a lot of money in homeownership.
Yeah. I mean, for me as a real estate agent, I know you feel this way too. When I walk into a house and I think this is going to have a clean inspection because I know that the HVAC system's updated, that they have, pumped their septic tank or checked their sewer line, that their roof's been replaced in the past 10 years, I'm like, this is the perfect house.
Right.
You can redo a kitchen.
Right.
But if your roof starts leaking, if your septic tank, has a problem, your sewer lines explode, you have an electrical issue in your house, like that's something that is going to cost a lot of money and repair. And people say, hey, I wish I hadn't gone for the really cute kitchen. I wish I had paid more attention to the very expensive parts of homeownership during the inspection.
Yeah,
And-
it's the non-sexy things that if those are updated, you can almost fix all the other stuff
Yeah.
and make it sexy.
I love a house like that. I love a house. I love, particularly usually older clients own these homes, that they keep them up. They replace the water heaters before they burst and do all the things that no one does anymore. And I'm like, buy this house. This is a fantastic investment and you can make it pretty. All right. The third thing, the final thing that we see people run into all the time when they say we really regret this purchase because of this, it's they did not think long term enough when they bought it.
Yeah, that happens a lot, and I do think that sometimes that's just a matter of it's what you can afford at the time.
That's true.
I mean, I've bought a house like that in my life where it's what I could get into. I had to have it, and I quickly grew out of it after having 1-2 kids. And so I do think that happens with people a lot. It becomes a price point that gets them in. And fortunately, most people are in a position where homes appreciate and you can sell it and make some money. But I do see most people not thinking longer than 3 to 5 years.
Right. They think they're going to stay in it longer than they are usually. And then they don't because some sort of life event changes. So job changes, family changes, etc. And my question to all of our clients is, if we had to sell this house next year, could we? Right. What are the small red flags? They're small things you're overlooking right now because of the market or because you're exhausted or because this is just the best thing you can find right now that you're going to regret if we had to sell this house next year.
I thought it was if we had to stay in the house for the next 7 years, could you do it?
Well, there's that. So the second piece of it is going to be, people often ask, what if I try to go sell the house and I'm underwater? And the way that the market cycles, the answer is, if you can stay in this house for 7 years, the numbers show you'll be just fine.
You should be. That's right.
You
yeah.
should be just fine. That even if the market were to go down, by the time you need to sell it, it'll come back up. So the two questions to ask yourself are, if I had to sell this house next year, could I? What would be the reasons I couldn't, and to take those into consideration? And secondly, if I had to stay in here for the next 7 years, could I? Yeah. So I think just asking more questions, slowing down, and getting clarity about the decisions instead of getting caught up in the emotion is really the crux of all of this.
Yep. Don't you don't want to be someone that's analysis paralysis and you don't make a decision, you don't buy a house. But those are important things to think through.
Yeah. And because we see them every day, I think it helps us guide people because we push them and ask these questions of them when they're in that due diligence period so that they do think about it so that they're making the very best decision in their investment and their home. All right. Well, now you guys know. Those are the answers. So we'll see you next time on the Hamiltons Unlocked.
Awesome. Thanks, Jenny.
Energy 'cause I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah.